Today, let's talk about why J-beauty just keeps fail at the global market. I have an article that I was writing about it, and I also have a lot of my own thoughts. And let's get ready and start talking about it. So why I wanted to talk about this is because there was like a bigger news about Shiseido. Last year, I think they were thinking they're gonna get some profit, but after they have done their not investigation, calculation for profits, they ended up, not last year, this year, they ended up saying by the end of this year they could have lost, I don't know if you are ready for this number, 52 billion yen. Like, how do you even manage to do that with like a company that's this big? Like 42 billion. I mean, it's yen, it's not dollar, but still 52 billion. Now the foreign exchange rate is at about 150, I think, between dollar and yen. So you could do your calculation. So I think it's roughly 3-something billion dollars, which is like scarily of a big number for like the minus profit, right? And they have in this article they have like explained why. So the first analysis that this article did was they think the Shiseido, the whole corporation brand purchase decision is like a little bit sloppy. Shiseido purchased Drunk Elephant thinking it would improve their global brand recognition, which I just don't understand this like step. Like, anybody, if you are like a pro businessman, businesswoman, please tell me like why brand do this. Like, if they are purchasing because of the profits, I can understand, but purchasing a brand for your own brand recognition, I just don't understand, because how does that to do with anything? Like about up your own brand recognition. Like, nobody even knows you own Drunk Elephant, right? And your own brand and Drunk Elephant has nothing in common. Nobody would know. So it's like, for example, if I have a store at the next city and I want the people in the city to know my store, instead of doing some advertisement, some marketing for my own store, I purchased another store that the local people know, in order for the people of the city know my store. How would they know? How? Like, just by purchasing another store they suddenly just know? I don't think so. Like, again, I don't even think people even like love Drunk Elephant of the global, at the global market, actually knows Shiseido now owns Drunk Elephant. Do you know? I have never read that anywhere, like outside of Asia. Like, I'm pretty sure like there's some article out there that you could read of, but not something that's big enough for you to know without searching for it. That's for sure. So I just don't know what they're thinking. And another thing is like, I feel like any normal human being, when they want people to know their brand, they do marketing and they do advertisement. But I just feel like majority of the J-beauty brand, they don't do it. And let's talk about an example. Addiction Tokyo, if you know the brand. I think they have a couple times built a global website that can ship for some of the global countries. But do you ever see them do like a major marketing or like advertisement to tell the global people that now we have a website and we are offering shipping? Do you ever? Like, I don't understand their decision making. Like, I want to be a fly on the wall of their meeting room. to know how they make this decision. I bet it's just a bunch of old men like haven't worn a drop of makeup that's sitting in that room making the decisions purely based on business, but not based on like makeup world. But even if then, like I feel like it's just not doing enough marketing. It's kind of weird. And all of these brands that fails global market, they are like successful brand here locally. So I just feel like they understand how to do it locally. Like once they step out of the Japan land, they just forget how to work. That's how I feel, because they do marketing a lot at the local like area. So why did you forget to do that at the global area? I just feel like they need to hire someone that knows the beauty community outside of Asia and give that person some budget instead of buying like a whole new brand. Let's see how much they spent. Oh my gosh, they spent 90 billion yen on purchasing Drunk Elephant. Only have about 47 billion of lost of this 90 billion purchase is already impressive. Okay, like I don't know what they're thinking. Like you just imagine this one brand is gonna make you more than 90 billion like real quick. They didn't purchase it like that long ago. Every time I try to do marketing for them, I just think like if you just keep your global website longer than 2 seconds, okay, like 1 second I checked it, it was available. The next time I want to recommend it again and the website is gone. I'm talking about the Addiction Tokyo one and also the Decorte US website. Like, dude, you extend the shade range to 60, the foundation shade of the Decorte, and you don't even like bother to do any marketing and advertisement. You just made a website, and just imagine people would suddenly just know that you're doing this, and then you see it not selling and you're just like, let's just pull the website before we even try anything to make it work. What are they thinking? Like anybody knows? I don't know. Every time I fail to understand it. I feel like the only J beauty brand that is like mildly successful is SUQQU. I think their thing is that they're not like trying to be like a viral type of successful, so they just like do their level of marketing, which is actually pretty like successful outside of Asia. Like I think they're very successful in the UK especially because they try to do the like a special items for that specific market, and I think the way they do their things fit in the market as well. So therefore like they are pretty successful there, because if you are going on Selfridges, whenever they launch something, it was like immediately go out, sold out, like out of stock, especially their eyeshadows and their foundations are always at the top, like the best seller foundation. It's like pretty good recognition in the UK market because they actually care to do marketing and they care to release product that is like actually for the market. So there are two normal approach for this, right? One is you just select your own products that's suitable for the market, and you know already existing product, and you just do marketing for it. Another thing is you analyze the the needs of the customers of that market, or you make up a need, which like marketing people usually do. They make up a need and tell the customer that they need to fulfill this need. They do this a lot. So they could also do that, and they release some products in the said market and they do advertisement and marketing. Whichever way you choose, you got to do marketing. Like, what's so hard for it? Like, they do influencer marketing a lot here in the local market, so why do they not do that outside of Asia? Like, have you ever seen any beauty influencer talk about like a J-beauty product that is a promotion, that is like a collaboration with the brand? Have you ever? I have not. Which I just feel like they just never did it. I think the only one that I can think of is the Shiseido foundation, the Revital Essence. That one was pretty viral, but still I'm not sure if that's like just viral or is the brand paid for them, because I haven't seen any paid advertisement. It's just normal video reading about the foundation. Really, I just don't know what their thing is, like just not doing marketing. Is that lazy? Like, hard to think of, right? If they just, you know, hire, I don't know, Michaela or like Glamzilla, I don't know. For sure it's gonna be expensive, but I think that would be way cheaper than purchasing another brand and lost like 47 billion yen. For sure it's much cheaper than that. And do I like love a brand just like pay everybody, do advertisement and marketing, and like it's all in my face? I don't like that. Actually, I like them to be silent. But the thing is, if we're talking about like how to successfully launch a business in a country, that's what you got to do. If people don't even know you exist, how are they gonna buy from you, right? Another successful company outside of beauty is Nintendo, right? Like, they couldn't be more successful, like globally. I don't know how much profit they're actually using, but brand recognition, like, I don't think anybody here in Japan, like brand wise, could top Nintendo. Like, everybody knows Nintendo, right? So how do they do it, right? I mean, of course, I don't know their secret. I have like no business actually knowing what they're doing in the back, like behind the scenes. But I know they do their marketing. And I do, for the handful of influencers that I follow, they sometimes still do like paid advertisement. Even Nintendo has to do it. What make you think you don't need to do it? Like, people don't even know you exist. And I am about to say something controversial. I think the Western people usually try to fantasize Japan and things in Japan. So you actually don't even have to do that great of a job at marketing, because people have that rose-colored lens for Japanese made product. I'm not saying it's not great, okay, like it is, but the thing is, people blindly believe like the Japanese things like outside of Japan, like a lot of the times. Like, the country itself did marketing pretty well, but the companies in this country, just especially for beauty, I don't know, they just don't know how to do it. You could even just like be a little bit sloppy or even like a little bit arrogant with your marketing, and I bet you a lot of people, if they just know it, they are gonna buy it. Like, again, the example being Shiseido. I feel like their marketing a lot of time is kind of weird. Like, they have this like pride for themselves, which I'm not like trying to bash Nintendo or anything. I like their product a lot. But yeah, like, they have this pride on them. It's their way of doing marketing. A lot of times I seen it in the way like, we're great, like, here's product, you buy or you're not. Like, that's the attitude I get from them, and people still buying it, and people are gonna complain about like Nintendo, but they still buy it because the games are great. Like, people can't put the games down. So, even if they're like marketing and a lot of strategies kind of weird, but it still works. people still support them. So the thing is, you just have to let people know you. I don't know what else to say. And even if you want to go a little bit traditional, right? Like, which a lot of like the marketing method of Japanese companies are a little bit traditional, and they a lot of times like physical stores. Then just do it, right? Like, launch a physical store. Like, has the any of the product like Decorte or Addiction Tokyo ever hit any shelf? You know, like you could just team up with Sephora and launch as Sephora. Do I personally support Sephora? Hell no. But is it like an advertisement itself to launch as Sephora? I think it is, because a lot of people just like stare at the just arrived section and they're gonna see your brand. It's like an advertisement in itself. And you could launch like at a physical Sephora store, and you could do like an in-person pop-up like temporary store. Like, you could all do that traditional way of like advertisement or marketing. Like, I think if you just let people know you, people are gonna support you. And also, it's not like you don't have great products, right? A lot of this brand I just talked about, they have great products. So if you just let people know, let people try it, people are gonna buy it. Recently, there's like a boom of advert calendar, right? Do you see any J-beauty brand doing that? I don't see that. But K-beauty and C-beauty does that, right? That's why K-beauty and C-beauty are way more successful than J-beauty right now. They're just so slow. I don't know what they're thinking of. Like, you don't even have to do that good of a job with the advent calendar. Yeah, like, people are not gonna be happy if you like only include like minis in your advent calendar. And I bet you, if they are gonna do advent calendar, they're gonna do it in that way. They're a little bit like mean with their like products. Like, a lot of sets, value sets, brands sell here, it literally just does the value of all of the product in that. Like, there's not much a discount. That's the way they do their sets here. Even then, that's an advertisement, because everybody unbox advertisement at this point, like in November, I think. So if you just have one, people are gonna unbox it and people are gonna buy it, even though they're like, I'm not gonna buy this for another year. The next year, I for sure will not buy this. This is such a scam. But they already paid for the advent calendar, and they're gonna use whatever in it. And they're probably like, holy shit, the advent calendar is crap, but this product is kind of lit. I'm gonna buy this singular product from them. And I think that is why a lot of brands like do sloppy advent calendar, because they probably are like pretty confident with their products, like the quality, so that they just don't care to do like a good job. They just do it as an advertisement. Even if it's like a bad recognition, people still talking about you. So why is J-beauty brand not doing it? I think it's just because there are a bunch of old men in the meeting room to make this decision, that they never consume any of the the beauty community, the online content about beauty. So they just don't know it. They just like blindly making decisions, spending all these billions of money, and without actually knowing how to do it right now. But like, even then, like I said, if you just want to do it in a traditional way, do it. Like, launch a physical store. That's way cheaper and make way more sense than if you would just buy a whole new brand that has nothing to do with any of the other brands you own, and thinking magically people are just gonna know your other brands. I don't understand that. That strategy works in the local market. They keep doing in the local market because people already know. Like, people already know, like Shiseido and Kanebo, these two just own maybe like 90 or 80% of the local makeup or beauty businesses. They know that. So if you just purchase more, like people just know like you are covering more and more, and if they like you, they're gonna buy that brand. But globally, like from 1 in a million of brands, you buy 1 in a million brands, suddenly people just starting to know you. No, like it works locally. It's because you're already huge here. Outside of here, you own nothing. Buy one doesn't make any sense. Okay? And I think this is not even their first try. They in the past owned Nars, fail, owned Bare Minerals, fail, and they owned what is the other one? They own another one. I can't remember. Laura Mercier, fail. These three, I don't know if Shiseido still owns them or not. Probably not. I think I heard somewhere that they bought them and they sold them like at such a loss. Like, and they just still keep doing it. Like, I don't know. Whoever is making the decision, I want to know what is in their head. And did you know once Joocyee owned Tarte? Do you even know? Like, it was so silent. Like, they just don't do any advertisement of it. Like, still, like, Joocyee was trying to up their own brand recognition by just buying Tarte. Like, what does that have to do with anything? You only own one from a million. People don't know who you are. Like, I talked a lot today, but I also kind of want to know your thoughts, because none of this makes sense to me. So it got to have like some of like a slightly make more sense explanation. So if you know that, please tell me, because this is coming to a point that it's like activating my toxic trait. I'm starting to think if I am in charge of their marketing department, I'm gonna make better decisions at global marketing than them. I'm starting to think that, okay? I'm not that confident of a person, because frankly, I don't know how to like actually do marketing for like such a huge brand and to a different market. I don't know that. I did marketing for like 3 years in the past, but it has nothing to do with beauty. But still, I now have that confidence out of nowhere, because it's like, it's not even that hard. Just hire the top creators, and I don't even think they have to physically like search for it themselves. Just hire someone from other companies. You know, instead of buying a whole company, maybe like just, you know, hire one person from like a successful company and let them tell you what to do. Like, is that something that's so hard? Like, just hire a headhunt person and hunt someone for you. That's way cheaper, and they're gonna tell you all of the things that like other companies from the global scale are doing, and now you can do it yourself. And none of this is new. So like, I feel like any sane person would have thought about it. But I don't know. These like huge mega brands, a lot of times I think they're just getting into their head. They're like having too big of an ego. So they just don't do the basics. They think they're out of that scale. That's what I'm thinking. But the thing is, Nintendo, as big as they are, as, you know, in their head as they are, they have like a weird like self-esteem. Like, we are Nintendo, we don't do the same thing. Like, they give that vibe, but they still do the marketing. Like, they still do it. So why do you think you don't need to do it? So if you are familiar with any of this, please tell me. I am eager to know. And I think that is all. I have to head to work right after this. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.